Hi, I'm Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Generally, we work with the energy of the moon here, but today what I'm doing is I'm going to give you a little sneak preview into the equinox videos that I am doing for each of the sun signs. This is actually a personal reading. I was given permission to go ahead and record it, so I won't be using any names, no identified markers, but I wanted to let you see what you would be purchasing for only $1.99 per sign. So if you wanted to get one for your sun, your moon, your rising, if you wanted to get one for people that you care about in your life, this is where you would go to get that information. So I'm just going to get into the reading. Let's see what we get here. This is for the time frame between September 23rd, 2019 to the spring equinox, which so that would take us, the spring equinox is on the 19th of March, so this would be through the 18th of March of 2020. I'm trying to find 3 areas that you can be paying attention to for this one, for changes coming up. And so let's go ahead and we'll walk our way through it. We'll see what we get. So these cards right here break it down by they come with little messages. They come with little messages by different areas. There's positive and negative aspects to them, and I pre-shuffled, so some of them, you know, whatever comes up. Okay. And all right, so let's see what we have here. So the areas that are going to be most significant for changes. So this is the equinox will bring change, it's seasonal change, and so lots of opportunity for things to shift and change over the next 6 months. And so areas that you will be looking at will be second house matters. So second house is your self-esteem, your self-value, your self-worth. Since you can't read these, I need these in there right so I can. All right. So self-esteem, self-worth, finances. So second house is going to be an area where you will notice that there will be some sort of a change that comes in. Another area of awareness will be your 9th house. This is your spiritual values. This is long distance travel. This is education. This is research. And the other house that is your first house. Wow, the house of you, how you project yourself, how people see you. So the way they set up, they have little messages on them. And so you have immediately, you need to create your self-confidence because you are idealizing. You're idealizing what is going on in the way you project yourself. And so there's some confusion about what kind of a sacrifice you need to make in order to, you want to do things on your own. Okay, so you want to do things on your own. There is, you want to appear impressive, but there's a sacrifice that's going to be made in order to do this. And so it's going to take, you're going to take a chance if there's some confusion about how to do it, but there's self-confidence that you need to create the ideal, the idealized version of yourself that you want everyone to see is going to actually need some immediate changes. So this is going to be sooner rather than later that the changes are going to be happening in your first house of you. But in the area of finances, there is going to be a need to be patient to get what you want. And so there is going to be, oh wow, this is feeling into your intuition. This is paying attention to the details, and it's in Virgo and Pluto. And Pluto is all about, boy, that is that transformation. So it's a transformation of wealth, and your wealth in your situation, or your self-value, your self-esteem. But you're going to have to be patient for this transformation, and you're going to need to pay attention to the details to get what you want. And I want to say to you, you need to decide what it is you want. You need to decide who you are. You need to decide what it is you want. Because here we're talking about the first house, which is how do you want to project yourself. And then we're talking about the second house, which is about what do you want to create. What's the image you want to create? What is of value to you? and how you are presenting yourself to the world. And so we've got the energy of Leo, we've got the energy of Virgo, and then in your 9th house, in your long distance travel, your spirituality, that's about that Cancer energy of being tied to the past and having a lot of thoughts and energy, and there's this awareness of your spiritual values. There's an awareness of how you feel. You're looking to the future, but you're clinging to the past. And so working your way through that feels separate. Your spiritual values, your long distance travel. So it might be that your job takes you far away from home, and then you are stuck in that arena of, gosh, I really miss my family and my friends, and it could totally be with what that's about. But this right here, this first house and second house, this really, really, really seems to have a lot to do with you deciding who you are, how do you want to project yourself to the world, what are you going to walk out there with the self-confidence in, and what do you actually value? So what is interesting is in the first house, it has immediately, and in the second house, it's patiently. And so I feel like there's this, I want the changes now, and I think you're going to need to be a little more patient. I think you're going to need to allow time for those things to unfold in order to get to where you need to go. All right, so 9-card spread here for general information of what's happening over the course of the next 6 months. That's weird. Okay. All right, so opportunity to create abundance. That's that second house of what you value. And so the opportunity to create abundance is here. The way you project yourself, the image that you put out into the universe is going to greatly impact how you bring about bringing wealth into your situation. And so avoiding in the career sector, avoiding in the financial sector, making mistakes that end up costing you money or that cost your reputation, because somehow that will impact the opportunity for financial gain. So here you are in the center of the reading. This is yin energy. This is receptive energy. So being open to receiving the guidance of the universe. Because this is not actually a general reading, and because my client is actually a female, this could literally be her, but in a general reading, I would consider that just the open, receptive yin energy. In the past, you've been seeking knowledge about how to create that sense of abundance, how to feel like you're safe and secure, that you've got a roof over your head, that you have enough to eat, that you are safe and protected, and doing it in a very smart and cunning way. So you've been trying to figure out what is the best way forward for that. On your mind currently, there's a transformation in your community, and we see this with this obviously long-range move travel thing coming up that is going to create this sense of missing and the need to communicate, because Mercury's here. There's going to be a need to communicate with people about what the changes are that are happening, where you're going, what are you doing, and that you miss them and that you care about them will be important. Expressing your feelings, because expressing your feelings actually shows up in the negative. And so being careful about how you choose to express to the community what you're feeling. And I want to say, pick a positive attitude. It is so beneficial. So your financials in the future are kind of a mystery. When I see the Book of Secrets show up around finances and finances being so highlighted here, I think that you're going to be self-protective of who knows how much you're making and what's going on with the details. I think there's an opportunity that things might be kept hidden and secret from you regarding your finances, and so I would really recommend being a little more detailed. Using this in the second house here, you have the Virgo energy, so paying attention to the details, seeing what it is that you need to get into. What are the details of your financial situation is going to be really important. In the recent past, there's a lot of anxiety around the home. And it could be this anxiety because you know this move is coming up. It could be anxiety because there is a change in the home life situation. And in the space of the heart in the future, we have more of that anxiety. This is the house of the mouse, and the mouse is showing up in the heart. And so there's a lot of anxiety over this whole moving house, how do I get this all together, anxiety about and leaving people behind, how do I feel about people. There's just, in the heart space, there's a lot of anxiety, and I think part of it is that there's a lot of confusion and lack of information, because you have all this care and concern about finances and being safe and feeling protected, and there's still a lot of questions that will not be answered. In the past, that rapid movement, that sudden change in direction created a major obstacle that needed to be overcome. But currently, using your intuition, seeking the clarity, using the cycles of the moon to help you make decisions, and or your life may just fall into place with the cycles of the moon. So an awareness of that, but really feeling into your gut, really paying attention will be the way to go. But look at this. In the future, there is movement, rapid movement forward, long distance travel. Again, the long distance travel is showing up, but there's the bouquet of happiness. So I know that you're feeling a little anxiety about where am I going? What am I going to do? How is this all going to play out? But I want to say trust your intuition and trust that the universe has your back on this, because we have the bouquet showing up. And I believe that there's an abundance of change happening in your finances, in your living situation. That's going on, but you can manage this. You can help this. So what I have here is I'm going to try to get some information about the sun sign. This is sun sign only. Don't try to work this around any other way. This will be a sun sign of people, because it'll be a lot easier for you to identify them. These are going to be significant people over the course of the next 6 months. People of significance. This will be their sun sign. And you have an Aquarius and you have a Taurus. These are the sun signs of people that will be significant through this transition, through this change, through this move, through all the things that are going on over the course of the next 6 months. So people you can turn to for advice, or people that will be in charge of you, maybe your boss, maybe someone that you're involved with romantically, but these are their sun signs and sun sign only. All right, what superpower do you have? What should you lean into? What should you lean into over the next 6 months to help you? You have 2. So, celebrity. I lead with my light. Okay, so being the bright, shiny version of you. This is that optimism. So stepping into the changes, being helpful, being shiny, knowing that you are attracting. The law of attraction is going to be really important here. So what you put out into the universe is what you're going to bring back. So being the bright, sunny, shiny person that you are is going to be there. And also, again, with the intuition, paying attention. We have the owl. This is the sage. This is the wisdom. So life experience, past life experiences, getting in contact with your higher self to get the information, the guidance you need so that you make good choices, so you move things in the right direction, so that you're feeling a little more safe and secure about how you're going to take things. You know what? I'm going to skip over here and we're going to start with which chakra is going to require you to really pay attention to get into alignment with, to help you the most, to benefit you over the course of these next 6 months. Okay, well, I guess we have 2. So you have the throat chakra and we have the solar plexus. So again, you feeling self-confident, stepping out into society with, striding forward, using, the power of the attraction of your personality is going to be really beneficial to you. And then we have the throat chakra. And so the throat chakra is about speaking your truth, not allowing there to be secrets, not holding back. If you care about someone, express your feelings in a way that will be beneficial, not striking out, but in a way that helps you to manage the situation. And the wisdom to know when to ask questions and when not to. You know what I'm talking about with that. Okay, so you don't exactly have a job that allows you to ask a lot of questions. All right, so let's see here. I guess we'll go with those. These are the cards to about what you should do to help you to have the best health. This is health related. So, leaving a stressful situation behind. Really going to be important. Relieving the stress, but doing it in a very positive manner. We have sobriety. And so sobriety is about not drinking too much, not eating too much, not smoking, not taking on bad health habits as a way to manage your stress, but instead maybe relying on things that are more beneficial, like physical activity, meditation, finding ways to manage it through that. We do have, I know you're dealing with a little bit of a health situation, and here's the good news. Over the 6 months, there is a recovery. There is a recovery. How to best get yourself there. You're being asked to ask your body for a message. It says, "Dear body, please help me to hear your messages. Archangel Raphael, please guide me in honoring and respecting my body's needs." And so using your intuition, feeling your way into it, listening to your body, literally, because I know that you do this kind of work, you can check in with your body, scan your body, feel into the different areas of it. Where is it hurting? Asking for guidance on how to manage it. Your higher self knows, and so that might show up in your dreams. It might show up in journaling. It might show up in a thought, like, "Oh, I should do this." Like today, maybe you're thinking, "Oh, I don't feel really good. I wonder what I should do." So, for instance, the other day I was like really tired and sluggish, and I'm like, "What is wrong with me?" And I heard anemic. I'm like, "Oh man, that's true. My iron's probably low." So I started taking some iron tablets, and I feel so much better. So you know how to connect like that. So ask the questions and listen, feel for the answers. And then you have alternative medicine. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to the ideal healing treatment modality and for giving me clear signs and messages to validate the best path for my well-being. And so again, asking your body for messages. So do you need to do Reiki healing? Do you need to choose certain foods to eat in certain combinations? Be supplements that are vitamins or minerals or whatever. So alternative medicine is not necessarily going to the doctor. It's almost anything else. So can you just relieve stress through meditation, and that helps your body to heal? That kind of thing. So paying attention to your body, getting the information from it to see what you actually get. And so now we're going to discuss finances. And they actually showed up a lot in your reading, but let's just get a little guidance from the universe about financial advice for the next 6 months as you work your way through this equinox transition from fall through to spring. And you have 3. Of course you do. Okay, so what do we have? We have, what good does it do knowing approximately where the treasure lies, yet never digging? Having a bank account with millions in it, but never willing to write a check. Or discovering the fountain of youth, but never drinking a drop. You must live the truths you discover. You must break old rules, your old rules, by the way. Defy logic, be the change. This is listening to your intuition. This really is. So dig, write the check, drink eternally, one little step after another. So, managing your resources, but also using them appropriately. If we cling too tightly to our pentacles, right, like the 4 of Pentacles, and we're hanging on too tightly, our hands are not open to receiving from the universe. So it's a balance of give and take. There's a flow. It's energy. Money is energy, and allowing it to flow through your life, spending appropriately, giving, donating, and then that opens up more opportunity and space in your life for receiving. You have, when someone is so desperate to have what they want to have, do what they want to do, or be who they want to be, they rather take little teeny tiny teensy steps in the direction of their dreams than face one more single day of doing without. I just can't help but open the floodgates. It is my greatest weakness, the universe. In other words, what do you really want to do? The universe is here, willing to open up the abundance of the universe to you, but I want to see take steps in that direction. right? Start moving in that direction, asking with the gratitude in advance. So you say things like, I am so grateful for the abundance of the universe that flows through my life, that I always have more than enough money and plenty to spare. And those kind of statements, but say them every day, but to the point where you're believing it, where you are confident that it's coming to you. The universe wants to give to you, so you need to start asking, and you need to start acting as if you already have it. And we have here, no matter how much money or love you made or lost, you can still make more. You are a co-creator with the universe. You are abundance. You are the light of God wrapped in a body, and you can create whatever it is you want. You can manifest whatever you want. What you think about, you bring about, right? All right, so a little bit more guidance on that arena. I like to have a little action step, because that's kind of like, I feel like those cards draw your attention to the fact that you're in this mindset of, I'm not sure I have enough. And as long as you stay in the mindset of lack, as long as you're feeling a sense of lack, you are blocking the flow of abundance to you. So we have dragonfly luck, allow the riches and abundance to come in unexpected and wonderful ways. The universe is trying so hard to tell you, and I hope you are getting the message, that when you are worried about finances to the point where you are micromanaging every penny, where you're worried about being generous of spirit and nature, you are blocking the opportunity. So you have sunshine daily, payments in all forms via check, bank transfers, all beings processed for you now. Trust in your daily money. Yeah, okay. Wow, there's a real emphasis here on that. Okay, so butterfly bloom. Start now. Begin your dreams. No more delays. Honor your dreams so abundance can flow and spiderweb travels. Each time you travel the world, you return with more joy and soul expansion for your next chapter of abundance. I feel like this has to do with the 9th house, with the long distance travel that's coming up. So to embrace that, embrace the opportunities, be excited about it, so that the flow of abundance in other arenas, not just finances, comes to you. So let's check out what you really want to know about the love life. I know everybody wants to know. So let's go there and see what kind of guidance you have for the next 6 months. What kind of information, guidance does the universe want to give you regarding your love life? All right, so we have choose your battles wisely. Standing on the high ground, not starting, picking positive attitude, but also not allowing, okay, we have an ending, embrace. Embrace, this is the world card, this is embrace the ending and choose your battles wisely. So as you go through this ending of a situation, take the high road. Don't get down in the gutter, keep your vibration high. Don't hang on so tightly to the finances that you are worried about what's going to happen. Trust the abundance and the flow of the universe. The opportunities for travel and new experiences are going to draw and attract more finances to you. Step into your power of attraction, right? The power of attraction isn't just about love. It is about finances. It's about abundance. It's about job opportunities, career opportunities. So pick your battles wisely. Don't fight tooth and nail about little insignificant things that do not matter. And so the most significant relationship over the next 6 months, what message, if they could give you a message, would they most want you to hear? Okay, so you have acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. Choosing your battles wisely and allowing the conclusion to the situation to happen. The past is now behind you. Release and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to follow. Follow it with faith. And there is an ending coming. Choose your battles wisely. It says close your eyes. Tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful, that you can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. They are wishing you well. They are wishing you happiness. They want you to have all the abundance of the universe. Try not to pick unnecessary battles. I think that you will save yourself a lot of heartache, and the other one, a lot of heartache, unnecessary heartache, and the spider web of how things can just transfer out is not something you want to do. So allow it to be as peaceful as you can. So the universe wants to bring you some specific guidance for the next 6 months, and you have focus. Stay focused and get the job done. Use your intuition. That was that moon card, right? Use your intuition to plan things well ahead, to be flexible in your approach. There is nothing you can't accomplish once you set your mind to it. Don't be distracted. You are on target. You are on target. And then one last deck here. I'm going to pull, or whatever. Not really pull. I'm going to shuffle and see what falls out. These are gemstones. They're the crystal spirits, so they're a little bit more than a gemstone. They have some really interesting information. And so I'm going to probably go to the book a little because I never know what these are. So we have 39 obsidian. 39, 3 plus 9 is 12. That's a 3. So that's healing in a community kind of situation. And we have Spessartine Garnet. 53, it's an 8. That is abundance of the universe. An 8 is about the abundance. But let's just take a quick look at what the meaning of these different ones are. Obsidian, the general, the essential meaning to it is observe the self. Self-reflection, know thyself in a relationship matter. It means stepping away long enough to acknowledge who you are when you observe yourself, the beautiful you, and who is imperfect. And the you who is imperfect, we are all works in progress, and as you gauge in honest self-reflection, you will start to see what you were overlooking. The qualities you have been seeking in a partner but have forgotten exist within you. You have so much to offer. So stepping away and allowing for time for self-reflection, not jumping from a relationship into another relationship is what I get from that, based on some of these other cards also. And then we have to complete a cycle before you start a new one. Finish the job, right? Focus and finish before you step into the next project. It always works best that way. In anything. In jobs, in a career move, in a business move, in a project around the house, in a relationship, completing a job all the way before you start a new job. It allows you to focus on the details. Remember, focusing on the details came up. And it allows you to do the healing and work your way through the process in a healthy way where you learn, you grow, and you become a better version of yourself. And you take that wisdom, you become that sage, you take that with you to the next project, relationship, job, whatever it is, okay? And so then the Pressaturing Garnet says, charm and charisma, shining and sparkling, being a brilliant beacon of confidence that inspires others. So you're being asked over the next 6 months to complete a cycle, to allow for the healing, and to grow in your self-confidence, to grow in who you are, to trust in who you are, the beautiful individual that you are, and allow the changes to happen. You can do this. I have so much confidence in you. You take care. I know we will talk soon. All right? And so for everyone else, that is what you can expect for only $1.99. They will be general readings. This was a little more specific because I know this person individually, but I'm going to do one for each sign. And so if you would like to purchase that, what a freaking deal. That was 30 minutes. All right. We will talk soon. I will see you for the... Wow, I know that I said I was going to do the weeklies on Thursdays, but I looked ahead a little bit, and the next new moon and full moon fall on like the weekends. So on Thursday, you can expect to be seeing the full moon? No, new moon reading coming out. And then on Monday, I will put out the weekly. At least until this stuff starts shifting a little further into the middle of the months or the weeks. Okay? All right, you take care. We'll talk soon. Be sure to send me that email if you want to purchase.